The opinions of Seamus McNulty do not reflect on the views of DJ Froggy in any shape or form, nor do the views presented by Seamus and Froggy reflect on the values of WMUA Amherst. Thank you.
Hey guys, how's it going? You're listening to Seamus and Froggy, WMUA Amherst. Froggy, you wanna speak up?
Yeah. What's up, man?
Seamus is on the board, baby. How's everyone going tonight?
Seamus is being a little sus, guys. I don't know what's going on right now. He's confusing me.
All right, well, you guys are listening to Seamus and Froggy, WMUA Amherst 91.1. We're here for the next 2 hours. We got two beautiful guests. We're gonna be talking about some crazy stuff. Let's bring them on. Think so?
Yeah.
This is Angie and Chloe.
Angie Shada and Chloe Spur.
You guys want to introduce yourself?
What's up, guys?
We're pleased that you're here with us.
I appreciate it. Happy to be here. Thanks for having us, guys.
For those of you who don't know, Angie Shada is my girlfriend.
Okay, all right.
Chloe Spur, dear friend of the friend of the show. And yeah, we're just going to be talking about some sci-fi topics today.
Sci-fi, battle the bands first.
That's right.
I mean, Jack has the whole list. But we'll be talking about some crazy, interesting stuff. Keeping up the heat. I know there's going to be some arguments coming on.
Okay.
Oh, I'm ready for it. Yeah, let's just get right into it, guys.
All right. Battle the bands.
So last night, we were all at the Battle of the Bands that WMUA hosted in the Black Box Theater, where 5 bands played. Which were?
Those bands would be the Baxby's,
first.
Upstairs District, Track Meet, Rust Bucket, and the Lights.
And they were awesome. I loved it.
I had a great time.
No, it was fantastic.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm a buckethead.
Buckethead for life.
I guess Angie just coined that. It was for the Rust Bucket was amazing. I never heard them before.
Me neither.
I was shocked. Really, they were really jazzy, groovy. I liked it.
The saxophone.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I want to mention that.
That was a good time. Track Meet killed it.
Track Meet killed it.
We
definitely.
Elephant in the room.
Right
They won. They deserved it.
They definitely deserved it.
Well, the crowd favorite.
Yeah, of course. I know. We were playing Track Meet's unreleased stuff last week. They played Dig Me a Hole, right? Was that?
Yes. So we debuted Dig Me a Hole on our show last week. And thank you to UMass Noise for securing us that track for our show.
Yeah.
And yeah, they closed their set off at the Battle of the Bands with it, and it brought the house down. It was phenomenal.
It really did. Yeah. What do you guys think, though, Angie and Chloe? I mean, you guys...
I'd never heard any of the bands live before. I know the Baxby's have played at a lot of house parties and stuff, but I've never seen them, so it was really cool to see them live finally.
Yeah, it was
actually a great show. Really good, yeah.
Very underground music. I'm really getting into the scene here. I really like it. Underground music, hippie. But yeah.
I think Upstairs District was supposed to play at Winterfest, right?
Yeah.
But that got canceled, unfortunately.
And for those who don't know, we are referring to Winterfest held by Ski Club. Unfortunately, it was canceled this year.
Because of the snowstorm.
Yeah.
Ironically enough, it was canceled due to snow.
Yeah.
Hate to say that, but that's the reality.
It was.
Time.
I know. Did you guys even go down to see them? I saw they were shoveling.
We did.
Yeah. We did just for like an hour.
Was it fun? Yeah.
The 3 of us plus our friend Jamie. Shout out Jamie. We all went down a little late, honestly. I wish we went a little earlier. And they had a rail and a pipe.
And they had insomnia cookies.
And
they came. What was it free? You guys had to pay for them?
They were free.
Wow,
I think someone just picked up like a bunch of boxes.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
It was delish.
No, it seemed like fun. You guys didn't do any tricks?
No.
I mean, what time we get there? Like 8?
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, I could not hit a rail even if I wanted to.
Yeah, me neither, to be honest.
I would have done
one day we're going to...
bombed it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, Battle Bands was awesome. Track Meet deserved that win, but everyone else was amazing. The Lights was also great. Shout out.
I was very impressed by the Lights, I have to say.
Yeah, me too.
Another friend of the show,
Close
Sean Tobin, is in the Lights. He's the lead guitarist.
He's awesome.
And I've been meaning to I've been meaning to see him play with them for so long. I feel always bad because I have something else going on or whatever. I'm just not a good friend. And finally got to see him, and they did great.
Mm-hmm.
That's a show. I would have paid for that show.
I would have
Me
paid
too,
for it.
honestly. I wish I
At least like $10.
And so
Yeah.
now Track Meet gets to play at their spring concert.
right.
And,
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't know when it is, though.
I don't know who else. I don't think they really
April
booked any
22nd.
bands yet.
April 22nd?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
that's
Good
nice.
job,
Thank you,
Angie.
Got that, guys.
Yeah, I'm going to be there. I love Track Meet. Track Meet, we love you.
You love everybody.
Happy guy. All right. All right, let's go to the next. Let's go. I don't know. You guys anything else to say about the other bands?
I mean, we can start getting into some stuff. So,
what's the
guys,
fight?
basically, what we wanted to talk about today is a lot of sci-fi stuff.
Let's get
All, the
Lot
four
of
of us.
aliens.
We got two
Yeah.
astrophysics
We've been,
majors
yeah.
here.
For those of you, I didn't even really introduce you guys. that well.
know.
That's my bad. That's
Who
my
I
bad.
was
are you
looking for some
people?
questions to
Seamus's
answer, so-
intro really threw my rhythm
I
off.
was so excited.
So yeah, for those of you who didn't catch that, Seamus recorded the
little
public service
promo.
announcement in the
Yeah.
beginning.
Did you hear what
that
it
was a
said?
surprise.
It said the
yeah.
views of Seamus McNulty do not reflect on the views of DJ Froggy. And then I went, Seamus and Froggy's views don't go on to WMUA.
Yeah,
Because
that
I knew
was
I was
really
going to
good.
be talking about stuff. You guys are going to shut me down.
But Angie, you're from Agawam, Massachusetts.
I am from Agawam. A little local.
Little local. You're studying something special at school.
Yeah,
Oh.
I am an astrophysics major. So that's why I'm here to talk about some aliens.
As is DJ
Correct.
Seamus.
DJ
Me and
Seamus.
Angie are going to debate. We're going to...
We got a modern physics exam tomorrow.
Yeah. Let's
Oh,
study.
man.
Let's start studying right now.
Thank you for being here instead of studying.
Well, we were going to have a
sorry
Friday.
to Angie's
but-
parents.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And
I
then-
mean, you guys, I'd say you guys both in the same curriculum, but altering opinions on the field.
Yeah, very
Well, let's see. I don't
Some
really know
different
what
views.
you're...
Yeah.
I feel like we have the same, but we're
That's
arguing
true.
about different things.
And
Yeah.
Chloe,
We'll see. Yeah.
you're from
Um,
Merrimack,
I am from Merrimack, small little town.
North Shore, right?
Yeah, North Shore, right on the border of New Hampshire. I'm double majoring in econ and public health currently.
Ah,
Yes.
Awesome.
fancy.
Nice.
And you work at Haji's, correct?
I do. Shout out Hodges Ice
Shout out
Cream.
Hodges.
Worked there for 5 years.
What would you do at Haji's?
Well, I did a lot at Hodges. I cooked there, some burgers and dogs.
Wait,
Cook some
ice
burgers,
cream.
though.
It's like a...
Yeah, but
got
they have
everything?
a grill there
Okay,
too.
okay.
They got a grill.
What's the best ice cream flavor?
So I'm a big fan of peanut butter cup.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
Or
yeah,
coffee
I
Oreo,
can't-
I would say.
Ooh.
Coffee
Mhm.
Oreo.
Coffee
Yeah.
Oreo is really
Never
good.
had coffee
I
Oreo.
swear.
They have
We
some
talk
like,
about
fun
food again,
specials
but-
too. Jamie, shout out Jamie. He's an ice cream maker there.
Jamie, you're getting like shout out after
Jamie
shout out
I know.
tonight. I hope you're listening.
Better be.
Yeah, you better be. What about you guys? What are your favorite ice cream flavors? Would you say?
I'm a big peanut butter cup girl,
Yeah, I like
too.
that. I like
Yeah,
the
me
swirl,
too.
The peanut butter swirl.
Yeah.
with
I
the
like to-
cups.
I
You're
like
a peanut
to-
butter person or you're not.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a huge peanut. If
Yeah,
I was
those are
allergic to
else.
peanut butter, I would be really upset.
Yeah.
It's the weak ones.
Yeah, when I go to Friendlies, I always the weak ones.
weak
What'd you
ones.
say?
You can't eat some peanut
Almost-
butter? Come on, man.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, when I go to Friendlies, I always get the peanut butter cup frenzy. It's like
Ooh.
so good. I just can't help myself. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
Like sometimes my sister gets like the birthday cake,
No, my
whatever.
sister
That's
gets
no,
the birthday cake.
definitely not.
I used
Those
to like,
people choose violence.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
That's gross.
All right, well, let's. What about you, Jack? What are you studying? Tell everyone in the world.
I'm a marketing
Yeah.
major, as a matter of fact.
Eisenbro.
I am an Eisenbro.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm studying marketing. Want to get into advertising. And that's about it for me. Thank you for asking, Seamus. So kind of you.
Of course. Yeah.
But yeah, so we got a couple topics we're going to talk about tonight.
We do.
Yeah, we do.
So I didn't even know this existed. We'll get in. We're going to go to a vocal break probably in a minute or two
Yeah.
and get right into it. But Chloe actually told me this year that there is Unsolved Mysteries?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they have an episode on the Berkshires, as in
Berkshires.
Western Mass,
As
Pioneer
in
Valley
Western Mass,
Berkshires.
yep.
And there was an alien sighting there. And
Multiple alien sightings.
let's be honest,
Yeah,
guys.
sure.
When you hear
All right.
alien sighting, there's a little bit of stigma.
There
like,
is.
oh my gosh, alien sighting, give me a break. You guys really need to watch this documentary, though, because these people, they didn't even want to come out against it, but it really ruined their lives.
It did. I can talk more about that later.
Yeah,
It
wow, we're just
really-
introducing
We'll get
it.
into
I have
it,
a
but
lot to say.
That's,
here.
and
I
you
took
know,
a
we
lot of notes.
also want to talk about
Yeah, we're going to be talking
Elon
about
Musk,
Elon
the con
Musk.
man.
I'm going to say a poem later if you guys want to stick around for
Seamus
that.
is going to say a
I'm
poem.
going to poem. It's
so
going to
no one
change
go
the whole
anywhere
world.
For that.
You cannot miss this poem.
It's not. I didn't write
miss
it.
it.
Write it. It's
It'll be the
a free-written
highlight of your
poem.
week.
And then there's a song correlating to it. It's amazing
Suggested
song.
by
What?
DJ Froggy.
Yeah.
But
we'll get into that
Yeah,
later.
yeah. All right. Well, right now we're gonna go to a quick vocal break. 2 songs.
Play some music.
Two songs, play some
First
tunes.
one, Ace of Spades by Motorhead, and then Touch Me by The Doors. So everyone,
Great
Good
songs.
stuff.
yeah, good. songs.
Phenomenal.
Stick around. We're gonna be talking all night. We're gonna have some fun times. Stay with us.
Yep.
If you like to gamble, I tell you I'm your man. You win some, lose some, they do the same to me. The pleasure is to play, make no difference what you say. I don't say greed, the only card I need is the ace of spades, the ace of spades. Playing for the high road, dancing with the devil, going with the flow. It's all a game to me. 7 or 11, snake eyes watching you. Double up or quit, double strike or split. The ace of spades, the ace of spades. You know I'm going to lose, and gambling's for fools. But that's the way I like it, baby. I don't want to live forever. And don't forget the joker. Pushing up the ante, I know you got to see me. Read 'em and weep, the dead man's hand again. I see it in your eyes, take one look and die. The only thing you see, you know it's gonna be the ace of spades, the ace of spades.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, now touch me, babe. Can't you see that I am not afraid? What was that promise that you made? Why won't you tell me what she said? What was that promise that you made? Now I'm gonna love you till the heavens stop the rain. I'm gonna love you till the stars fall from the sky for you and I. Come on, come on, come on, come on, now touch me, babe. Can't you see that I am not afraid? What was that promise that you made? Why won't you tell me what she said? till the heavens stop the rain. I'm gonna love you till the stars fall from the sky. For you and I.
All right, we're back. This is Seamus and Froggy for all those people just tuning in.
WMUA Amherst.
WMUA Amherst. We have our two guests, Chloe and Angie, here. We're about to talk about this documentary I was forced to watch.
Just before we get into anything, guys, if you like what you're hearing, you want to figure out, wait, what time are we on? What's
Yeah.
the deal?
Who are
Who's
these
going to come
people?
on? You can follow us on Instagram at Seamus and Froggy. That is at Seamus and Froggy on Instagram.
You know what?
We're working up, cooking up a YouTube channel. I've been a little busy, guys.
That's
Not going to
all right.
lie.
Take your
It's not easy.
You know what I'm thinking? I think we say Seamus and Froggy all the time, but they probably search up and they don't know how to spell Seamus.
Yeah, I was just thinking,
I'm
yeah.
like, oh, it's SEAMUS.
Seamus.
Probably the worst way you can think of spelling it.
Well, how do you think people would want to spell it?
SH.
Well, as
Really?
you guys know,
That seems like an Americanized version.
Yeah, well, they'll
Exactly.
spell it like that.
Exactly.
And then if I go, this is why I don't get my name at
Yes, I was just
bagel
gonna say
places,
that. Fun
particularly.
And
Because then they'll say Seamus, and I'm like,
fact. Yeah.
come on,
I don't
man.
think anyone would say
Well,
that.
I've heard it.
I
Oh, there's a reason
don't
I
I
say
So-
remember
that.
the first time you ordered it, and
Yeah.
they're just called John, and then you went up, and I was
I
like,
was like,
what? I was so confused.
yeah, so
That's
that's
my
you,
middle
you
name.
tell them your name is John?
Yeah, shout out John McNulty,
You
my
should have
dad.
made the show John and
Shout out
Froggy.
John McNulty.
It's also my middle name.
DJ John.
Yeah.
So exciting.
So let's get into this, because, hey, audience, do you guys want to see me start a really big fight right now?
Oh, it's gonna
Uh-oh.
be
Yes.
All
This is
right.
gonna get-
Hey, audience.
So this documentary was about Berkshires UFO sightings in
Which is right around the corner.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
around the corner. And it's about these people. They talk about to like 4 families about how they were kids and they got abducted by aliens. And you know what? It was purely entertainment folly. It's like you turn on the History Channel at midnight and you hear like, ooh, the pilgrims and the Egyptians, the pyramids were built by, it's like, it was actually, I believe in aliens, but there's other.
Well, you just destroyed it.
Yeah.
No, I destroyed.
You just destroyed it.
So how are you going to say you believe in aliens and not believe those people?
I can get into that, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm not gonna.
I believe
take it
them
up.
with my whole heart.
Me too.
Yeah.
I have to say, I also believe them. And, I consider myself an intellectual of... No, but serious, like, I think they wouldn't lie about that.
Well, the weird thing is they were from all different towns,
Yeah.
all over the
But then-
Berkshires. They didn't
then
even
they-
know each other.
They
so
met
like,
each other through the abduction. So how do you explain that, Seamus?
So
why would they all call in to the radio on the same night?
So I can bring the radio. So
Seamus is the type of guy who, when he was a kid, would go to school and be like, hey, guys, well, actually, should I say Santa's not real?
Whoa.
And try to ruin the magic.
Hey, my
we all
nephew's
know.
listening.
We all
Chill.
know. No, we
This is
all
PG.
know that.
It's PG, man.
We all know that Santa's real.
Yeah.
And Seamus is just the type of guy who likes to
Yeah.
rain on the
I
parade.
don't think so. I actually have a lot of my facts to put this up.
Oh,
so,
no.
But
He's ready to debate.
I'm ready to debate because it just seems so like typical, UFO sighting. Like I got
But
abducted. The
it
aliens
wasn't.
have telekinesis that can speak in my native language, and then they're like, "Oh, 1 second, I'll."
There wasn't any communication.
There
Yeah,
was.
there was. There actually was.
I took notes. I watched it at 8 in the morning, guys. 8 in the morning.
There was communication.
So basically,
But-
one of the kids went up to his window and he heard like a voice in his head saying, "You need to go outside now." So then he went
Or you
outside.
need to go home or something. Yeah.
yeah, or you need to go
Yeah.
home or something like that. And then he was outside, and I guess he was just like running in place.
But
for,
it's not like the alien walked up
It's
and was
goofy,
like,
man.
"I'm gonna abduct
No,
you
but
now."
but he said he was being quote unquote beamed by this light beam, and he was stuck on the ground. He couldn't move, and the kid
But
goes.
his mom also saw.
yeah.
Why would the mom make that up?
The
to him?
kid was
not like
the
they're
guy.
in
The
cahoots with
alien
each
said,
other.
"No, I know.
Oh.
That's. I'm not debating.
It ruined their lives.
That they saw.
It did.
I believe the mind is a very powerful thing
Oh.
that can create and manufacture these experiences. But it was 50 years ago. I can't remember something last week. That's not on me. That's
But
your-
if
that's
that
your
happened,
fault.
If
That's
that
your
happened
fault.
to you, you would remember.
That is the worst argument ever. My
What?
grandparents got married 70 years ago, or
remember every
like
second of
68 years ago. They remember.
But then they go on to say they're like, oh, I could remember it like it was yesterday. And then they're like,
Yeah, it was a
Obviously,
I could
that's a
only
lot.
take.
It's
And
like-
then they're like, I can only make out 15 minutes of this 3-hour thing. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
because
but the
that's what
aliens
happens.
took
Why
us.
would they? But Seamus, why would they lie about that? Don't you think they would, if they really were trying to make it up? Don't you think they would beef it up a little bit, fluff it, and be
I
like,
mean,
"Oh
it's
well"?
Okay,
they-
listen.
I-
One girl's story was that they were in the car, then they don't remember. They don't remember
Yeah.
3 hours,
And they got switched
and they
around.
get
Yes.
switched. They're a mile away from where they started, and they can't remember. And the grandmother never
Never
drove.
drives.
She
and
never
was
drove.
in the
She was-
driver's seat.
Guys, for
How
those
do
of you who don't
explain
know,
that?
they were on their way in the car back from wherever because someone was having a bad day. I don't remember
Yeah,
the
it's
logistics of
wild.
it. The grandma is in the passenger seat. The mom's in the driver's seat. They come back, and the grandma's in the driver's seat. They did not take good, attentive details and, do their due diligence to make sure everything was perfect. And they screwed up. And guess what?
Maybe it
the
was-
humans took the victory on that one.
Maybe it was 50
did.
years ago. Maybe it was 50 years ago, and they can't
was
remember
50 years
what seat they were sitting in.
No,
and,
the grandmother never drove.
Okay,
Seamus.
all right. Grandma Gate or something.
So
Why
do-
can't you just believe people, man?
No, because I don't disregard their what happened to them, but I think it is like it came 2 months after the moon landing. There was it was years after the Cold War and the space race. There's heightened tensions that after Sputnik was launched, there was a lot of fears that the Soviet Union was spying on everyone and was going to kill everyone.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of alien UFO tension going around, and I think that could have contributed to these.
But
Go ahead, yeah.
all of the documents that the CIA released, there's pictures of the UFOs from
are we gonna get into that now?
1960.
Are we gonna
Well,
get into that now?
no, we don't have to get into now. I'm just bringing that up as a
This
point.
isn't the War of the Worlds radio broadcast.
We're gonna
Seamus.
Yeah, they won't know when we're talking about that. Never mind. Go on. Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
But the pictures of the UFOs are from 1960, and this happened in 1969. So you can't.
I have
just
not
say-
seen the photos. I don't know what you're referring to.
There's
but
a lot of photos.
there's a lot of
Yeah,
photos.
she
The
showed
thing
us.
It's like
is,
someone didn't do their research.
no,
I just-
there. It's
But you
yeah.
do believe in aliens.
Oh,
so what do you think would happen?
You just don't think that happened.
You don't think that would happen?
I'll tell you why I don't think that aliens have been here or intelligent species has been to Earth in the last 100 years. So, as you guys know, the universe is huge. It's so immensely large. It's infinite to us in
Actually,
nature.
Multi-universes.
But on our realm, in the distance between objects in our local group, our solar neighborhood is so far that
Yeah.
the amount of energy and technology you would have to get from there to there. One, you would have a ginormous spaceship that's capable of holding or creating this energy. And when you have a technology like that, it produces, like radio waves, like radiation.
Yeah.
Everything does. And we can still detect like signals we've sent out from 50 years ago, right? Like our probes and stuff. If aliens have been to Earth, it wouldn't be in these small little, things. Like, why would they come here just for that? It's such a like
Well, that's why I think it's not so like black and white. I think there is like multi-dimensional aliens that could have came here.
I don't think
'Cause
they're
we
just
can only-
popping in and out of. And then they're like,
they
but
might
their
have not
space
popped
is so
in and out.
big though that why would
But
they go
we
to this
might
kid
not
and
be
be
able
like?
to perceive them.
Well, I think they're
Then they
studying them.
perceive them though. Contradiction.
Seamus, let me give you a
But the
little
kids
analogy.
perceive them.
You're wandering in the desert.
Oh,
You're
Okay.
you've been
Dunes.
walking for
That sounds like
miles
me.
and miles. You're trying to find something,
See an
and you
oasis.
come across this little organism. It's like a little animal, and you're like, what is this? You know what I mean? You're going to study it. You're going to take a look. It's the same thing with these aliens and the Berkshires. They've probably been traveling for a while. They stopped by. What is going on here in the Berkshires in Western Massachusetts? Shout out Pioneer Valley. What is going on?
Pioneer Valley. They need to go to these post-glacial.
I had to throw that shout out.
Shout out Pioneer Valley.
But also, like, the distance of the closest star is 5 light years. It takes light, which is a massless particle wave, 5 years to get here at the speed of light, which definition of speed of light is to reach that speed of a massed object, you need an infinite amount of energy to accelerate a mass to the speed of light.
But how do you not know?
The object would have to be massless.
It would have to be massless, or I mean, they don't have to go the speed of light.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that it takes so much energy. It's the technological advances for this.
You are assuming
that's what I'm saying. You're assuming that they're a
compared
three-dimensional
to humans.
being
Exactly,
like us.
exactly.
We live in a three-dimensional
age
space
and,
with length,
you know,
width, and depth. We also live in time, but we can only move forward in time. You don't know that they can't move backwards in time.
Oh, true.
Okay.
So
Another thing. Time is so immensely, incomprehensibly long. Like, we have been alive for what? We're 20. I'm 19. You guys are 20.
I'm 19.
I'm 20.
19.
We're all 19.
We're all 19.
But and the universe has been 13.7 billion years.
Yeah.
Earth is 4.6. That is, we can't comprehend that. And so, of course, I believe has been intelligent species. You know, there's so much space, so much time for them to come. If we're talking about multi-dimensional, I guess, you know, I could see. It's just so the picture that they play of this, that they show of this UFO is such a typical media, like, centered,
there's
like
pictures
the
of it.
CIA did
centered.
release a typical UFO picture. It
Here's
did look like exactly like
So
I don't
Seamus,
believe the
you don't
CIA
believe
at
what the
all.
government
Yeah,
said?
I don't believe, to be honest, I don't believe the
There we
CIA
go, guys.
either.
All right, well, then we can lead into the documents being released.
Yeah.
But I think you do make a good point about the multi-dimensional. I mean, that's
It's just so hard to. It's so hard to like even comprehend.
Yeah,
like,
we can't understand it. We can't comprehend it. But yeah, I just think, like, if you're thinking like purely aliens, like, coming probing us, you know, beaming us down.
Okay, well, that's just a straw man argument. Like, obviously, aliens aren't like the aliens from the 1950s and 1960s
But they are
sci-fi movies.
Oh, well, yeah. But that's what they were making them out, and it looks like we got
a caller, guys.
Yeah, we do. All right, well, take that. You guys.
I'll take
about
the
it. I'll
reins.
pick it up.
I'll take the reins. DJ Seamus will take care of that caller. I don't know, guys. I think Seamus, he doesn't know what he's talking about.
I don't either.
I think he's just trying to be controversial.
He's always trying to be controversial.
He is.
That's just the name of the game. I don't know. I don't know what to say, guys.
Well, it's just weird because they all experience pretty much the same thing too.
And what's also interesting, the picture that was released within these documents looked like
what
they were describing, like just light.
So they said it was like a huge floating object. It was disc-shaped, bright lights, and then what's weird is there was no noise.
Yeah, they all said there was
And
no
It all
noise.
went silent, which is weird.
Were these pictures? It was taken by like the Air Force, right? The United States Air Force. They were just flying by, and they were like, "What is that over there?" I don't know. I think, like, obviously there can be some stigma when you involve the government in the conversation, and it's
And
like,
especially the
are they
media.
lying or not? Yeah, but like, why would they? The government, the last thing they want is for people to panic and get in a frenzy, and what they want to control people. So
Well,
why
yeah.
would they introduce this as a thing?
But the thing is, the stuff that's easy to access is the stuff that looks like typical UFOs.
Yeah,
They released, I can't remember how many pages, but
in one of those data leaks, right?
Yeah, it's so hard. No, it wasn't even data leak.
They leak it themselves.
Yeah, but it's so hard to pick through, and I think they did that on purpose
Yeah.
to slow people down.
Seamus, what was that
Sorry
about?
if you guys could hear that. I was trying to stand away.
No, it's okay.
I don't know. Did you hear?
No.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Oh no, just a enthusiastic caller asked me what the speed of light was. Then he converted it to miles per hour, I think, for me. Then explained the distance, and he disagreed with the aliens
He doesn't
along
like-
with me. He said he did not think that it was real.
No.
The aliens coming here.
Really?
That's what he sounded like. to
Honestly,
me.
this is the thing. It's it's very easy to be like, oh, they're aliens. Because I, like, low-key, when you guys told me about it, I was like, okay, it's an alien documentary. But I watched it, and I was like, oh, wow, this is actually, like, I guess that's what they do,
You just can't
maybe.
keep
but
that image of
I don't
a
know.
typical alien in your head.
Well,
That's not what they
It's not
are.
the gray guy with
Yeah.
the big eyes and the long
An
fingers.
alien
I mean, it
could
could
even
be.
be like an amoeba. Like
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
it could be so microscopic.
You're
All
using
right,
a
well,
human frame of reference
let's
to think
agree-
about aliens,
Yeah.
Seamus.
Don't even start.
Think outside of your
don't-
human
Don't
self.
even.
Don't
You're
talk
giving
about
me.
frame
You're
of
triggering
reference.
me, man. Let's agree to disagree.
Okay.
So, were you guys talking about the released documents
Yeah.
on the UFOs?
Yes, we were.
Okay.
Do you agree that they might have?
No, I don't. What? Go ahead.
don't?
Go.
You
I
don't?
don't know what the question was.
They released all of these documents in such a hard way, so
Mm-hmm.
it's hard for like an average person to pick through.
So yeah, there's a lot of reasons why it just puzzles me. Like, what is the U.S. doing? So if anyone doesn't know, the U.S. released these documents in like a year ago or something that, you know, Air Force people were seeing unidentified flying objects in U.S. airspace, and these objects from the videos are making, by our laws of physics, are making movements that are not possible based on our technology, and like they're deaccelerating instantaneously and changing direction, which is impossible.
Yeah, it
You
doesn't
can't do that.
follow our laws.
And it's wild that they release these and then they're like, oh, like this is a thing, and they do it like right now, and it's like, why?
In the middle?
if this is well, I mean, I'm not bringing up like, oh, they're doing it to distract us, but
Well, no, they did it in the middle of COVID.
Yeah.
It's like, so maybe they're releasing it now because they think nobody's gonna care, because there's a lot more bigger things in our own lives.
yeah, but no one really. It didn't make that much of an impact.
It didn't.
And it's kind of sorry,
right?
it just seems.
You all right?
Let me gather my thoughts. Let me
Really?
gather my
Yeah, I
thoughts.
need to
Yeah.
gear it up there.
Let me gather my thoughts. You guys talk about it.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
Side note: our friend Liz Powers, shout out Liz.
Shout out, Liz.
To the ski club with us. She just texted me and Angie and said, "I believe the aliens." So.
And
Glad to hear that.
we are getting another
Oh.
caller in the meanwhile.
Oh, wow.
Hang on. All right.
Very
keep
popular topic.
talking, Angie.
Liz, thank you for the support,
I
listening into the
agree.
show. Also, I mean, if you've been listening, you would know, but we would definitely agree with that sentiment. Oh, sounds like our good friend Jeffrey's calling in right now from
Oh.
UMass Noise.
I would love that here. I don't think
Oh,
it's working.
no.
Are you guys hearing? No.
No.
All right. No, it is not. I think they took the telephone off the board.
Okay. Well, I can shout out a few other alien documentaries. If we
Yeah.
want.
What's your favorites?
So there's like 3. The one we just talked about, and then Bob Lazar, Area 51 and Flying Saucers.
of
He talked
course.
about it
Yeah.
on the Joe Rogan podcast. which
Yeah.
We have conflicting feelings about that, but
Yeah.
but
WMUA does not condone the Joe Rogan podcast.
but there was a
Or support
documentary
it.
on
I
that,
don't
which is
know.
really good, and then another one called
make
The
sure people-
Phenomenon, which was also a good one.
Yeah, I like some of those movies like Arrival and Interstellar. Some good movies about that.
And actually, coming up in the second half of the show, I have an interactive game regarding those
Jack
movies.
game,
So
Jack
guys,
game.
if you're it is a Jack game.
Stand it up.
You guys are interested in the Jack game, tune in. We're going to be on later talking about the Jack game, but in the meantime, Seamus, what was that call about?
So I just had Jeffrey on the line.
Shout out,
who
Jeffrey.
Called in, or he was here last week with UMass Noise.
Yep.
And he was saying how the whole hysteria of UFOs began in, I forget when it was. They were doing nuclear testing in New Mexico, I think he said, and they had a huge, weather balloon, I believe he said. He wanted to go on air and say this.
I wish
but-
Jeffrey
Yeah,
could.
I wish. I'm sorry, Jeffrey. But
WMUA.
and it crashed
Slacking.
into some farmer's land, and they made up a whole thing about UFOs, and they admitted to it too later on. They said, "Oh, we crashed this thing. We said everyone it was aliens."
Who made it up? The news station?
the
or-
government?
The-
The government,
Oh.
the U.S. government.
Why would they? They
Oh,
confuse me.
why would they do that? Yeah.
Oh.
But then he also said how I should have a peanut allergy or something.
Yeah, you should have a peanut allergy. You deserve
No,
a peanut allergy.
I forget
the way
what
you
he's-
talk about.
He was
our
like, "I'm
peanut
surprised you
allergy
don't
friends."
have one," but
That's
I guess I give off peanut allergy
Roast.
vibes.
Yeah, you kind of do.
But so back to the UFO sightings that the the U.S. government released. It's wild that from this like crazy thing they are presenting it with a lot of lackluster. You know, it's like absurd technological advances.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, look at this. You know, UFOs are real. And the three things they give is evidence is one, an adversary or own U.S. Technology. An alien, I don't know. They don't rule out aliens. I think that. Then they go with common aerial objects, birds, drones, ice crystals, or like issue with like their radar and stuff. But so if I'm going to look at all those three and I'm going to say, one, if it was our own technology or if it was the military, why would they be showing this? Why would they not confirm it with like their own, their own companies that are like, this is your stuff? And one, that's an extreme. Jack has pushed me to go up. Well, but I agree. Yeah. But it just seems kind of like this is fabricated.
I think it could
it.
be fabricated to
possible.
distract us from what may be really happening.
I don't know why. They've done it before.
They'll do it again.
They'll do it again.
But
So
I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go to a vocal break.
I think we should go for a vocal break.
We've been yelling and spouting.
Guys,
a
thank
little
you for
bit.
if you're still listening. Thank you.
Oh, you guys are awesome.
That was pretty long winded,
Thank
but
you.
honestly,
Yeah,
I
we
thought
really
that
went
was
on
some
for a
content
while,
right there.
yeah.
That was pretty good.
maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. So
Self-confidence,
we're
Seamus.
gonna go to two songs. Yeah, two
songs.
First one is "Friends of Mine" by the Zombies, because we have friends of mine in the room. And then we're going to "Breathe in the Air" by Pink Floyd.
Breathe in the Air by Pink Floyd.
That's our alien song, I guess.
All right, guys, stick around. Thanks for listening.
Stick around, please. Stay tuned. We're gonna be talking about
Elon Musk.
billionaires, and the poem presented by Seamus in a bit. You guys better be excited. We're gonna dismantle this system. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Stay tuned, guys.
Thank you, for listening, guys.
When we're all in a crowd and you catch your eye and then you both smile, I feel so good inside. And when I'm with her, she talks about you, the things that you say, the things that you do. It feels so good to know two people so in love, so in love. They are friends of mine, they are friends of mine, and they've got something that's so hard to find. They are friends of mine, they are friends of mine, and they've got something you don't often find. She takes your hand when the world stays outside. That's something to see, that's nothing to hide. And when I feel bad, when people disappoint me, that's when I need you to help me believe. It feels so good to know two people so in love, so in love. They are friends of mine, they are friends of mine, and they've got something that's so hard to find. They are friends of mine, they are friends of mine, and they've got something you don't often find.
How's it going, guys? We are back. This is Seamus and Froggy for all you folks just tuning in.
Seamus and Froggy, WMUA Amherst 91.1. Guys, just to reiterate, you can follow us on Instagram at Seamus and Froggy. And that
Seamus is spelled Seamus. Just want to say.
And Froggy spelled Froggy, not an IE. I get that all the time. No, I'm just kidding. I never get that.
I actually, when
it makes me order at the restaurants use my middle name because they say Froggy with an IE.
Wait, what? Do you give Froggy at? Okay. I was gonna say.
Order for Froggy.
Yeah, you could do that.
That never happens.
Yeah. So we're back. We just talked about a lot about aliens and UFOs and
all that good stuff.
We can talk about the head of the new alien
task force.
Space Force
exploration.
So, are we going to talk about Space Force? Because I have something quick. Or do you want to? What do you guys want to talk about?
I don't even know
what
Space Force is, honestly.
Oh,
Mr. Musk.
All right. Let's go to Musk. Let's talk about some of his space stuff, and then I can lead to a little quick Space Force. So, Angie, what do you want to talk about? Elon Musk?
I just want to say,
Lay it on him.
Yeah, tell us, please. It's your time.
At an astronomy club meeting.
Oh, where's that? Wait, what is the astronomy club?
The astronomy club meets Mondays at 7. And there's observing nights where we go out and look at the stars.
That's awesome. I should.
But
is awesome.
This professor, James Lowenthal, came in. He gave a talk about space pollution and all of that. And he got me really passionate about the debris around Earth, and that led me to Elon Musk, and he is ruining observational astronomy. He is a fake. He might be a smart guy. I don't
even know about that.
He dropped out of his PhD program, so
he's evil.
He is. He's a con man.
He is.
I did used to be a musketeer.
Yeah, when you first see him, he seems so appealing.
He uses his backstory to become likable,
but it's not even a good backstory.
No.
He's off the emerald mine. So
yeah,
whatever,
I know, right?
You know?
His dad owned an emerald mine in South Africa, and even though his dad was a horrible human being, I guess from what he says, he still benefit. Actually, he claims he didn't get anything out of that. But
he hates unions. He doesn't let people unionize. He thinks he promotes socialism, but he doesn't, and he's fake, and he just wants money. He's a capitalistic, greedy,
but
fake.
Yeah. So Elon is now trying to push Starlink, which you might have heard. Starlink is helping Ukraine right now with high speed. Starlink is a satellite constellation, so it's a bunch of little satellites that are going to be in low Earth orbit. And it gives low latency, high speed internet. There's no buffering.
Sounds cool.
It sounds really
cool.
Sounds like a private internet service.
How many are there though?
There's 42,000 satellites.
Satellites, man, in low Earth orbit.
Low Earth. There's only 4,000 objects in low Earth orbit right now. So 42,000. That could
gonna light up the sky.
Problem.
That's horrible, and it would look horrible.
They're very, very bright satellites too. So when they get sent up every 2 weeks, a bunch of satellites get sent up.
Missions.
They're very bright, and they can be seen with the naked eye. So if I'm trying to take a picture of a planet, or trying to reach a galaxy to take its data and use it for my astronomical studies, and these Starlink satellites go through the image, I lose I could lose up to 15% of the data.
And there's not a lot of government regulation on that, is there?
There's not.
And that's one of the biggest issues I feel like.
They told him, you should paint your satellites black. They're too bright. Yeah. He did, and then he just stopped.
Oh,
so
awesome.
I just want to put that out there that we may think SpaceX might be the new revolutionary thing, but it's kind of sleazy.
Yep. Give one strong, word out.
Yeah. One strong word.
Give it a little statement. I want to hear this is something and that's why.
I don't really have a statement. He's going to play a sound effect.
Bam!
I see.
But
he went there.
The satellites also get sent up at the worst time too, exactly when astronomers want to look at the sky. Yeah. So, and this event, okay.
No, keep going.
There's also this thing that could happen called the Kessler syndrome.
Okay,
that's enough of that. That's enough of that.
Which it's very, very low possibility, but when the satellites, if there's too many in our orbit, they could just start colliding with each other and colliding, and we basically we couldn't get our weather anymore. we wouldn't even be able to send anything out into space to reach the ISS. Like, it's bad. So just putting that out there, guys.
Yeah, and
keep your eye on him.
Yeah, there's a lot of the government subsidizing him, and when he doesn't need all this money, he can give it. I would like to add on that he made a statement on Twitter where he had, in the last year, he made a lot of profits. Like I don't know the exact number, but he made a ton of money, and on Twitter, people were like, "Oh, you should donate this to end world hunger." Then he was like, "I will donate $6 billion, which will end world hunger if you tell me how to."
Yeah.
Then I forget. Let me see what the WFP, World Food Program, sent them their plan how $6 billion could limit world hunger and create plans that will help stop that.
Yeah.
And they sent it, and Elon Musk was like, "I'll do it. I'll take out $6 billion, which is probably 1% of his fortune."
Yeah.
And he didn't do it. He just ignored it.
I thought he did do
The
it.
problem is he is in a lot of debt to
Still
China.
hungry people, right?
So,
But he gets so much money from the U.S. government, and it's like...
but he took out loans from China, and now he's in this stuck.
Mhm.
And if the Tesla price and stock drops, he is
He's
done.
Yeah.
I think
Tesla's just inflated.
Sorry to cut you off. I think the interesting thing about Elon Musk is he has some very loyal fans,
Musketeers.
supporters,
Yeah.
the Musketeers. The interesting thing about the Musketeers is that I think all of them are supporting him based on a business perspective.
Yeah. Mm.
Oh,
Sigma.
he's the richest man in the world, blah, blah,
Exactly.
blah, blah, blah.
That's why he's using his backstory.
Yeah, I don't think any of his staunch supporters are from the science wing.
No,
No,
the
I
science.
think the science
That's what I'm
condemns
saying.
them.
The astronomy, observational astronomy,
Yeah.
is getting ruined because of this guy who is now leading one
He's
of the
just
biggest
doing it all for profit.
revolutionary
Yeah.
SpaceX.
And not to say that all profit, people might not agree, not all profit is bad because, you get more money, you can put more money into what you're working on. But his motives are just not good at all.
No.
We should play a grime song. That would have been good.
No.
But that's he's a billionaire. Billionaires are kind of greedy in this capitalistic society. It's a decapitalistic society that we live in. And let's go to
Let's go
the
to
U.S.
Seamus'
military.
Oh.
There's a new branch. I don't know if you guys heard about it. It's called the Space Force. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I don't like the U.S. military. It's imperialistic, and it's had terrible policies and regimes and helped these genocidal regimes.
That's true.
And
that's true.
yeah.
Can you give me a little overview of what Space
Force
is?
So
Yeah.
it's another branch of the military, which this is all my information is got on their national site. It's organized under the Air Force. Their mission is the United States Space Force is responsible for organizing, training, and equipping Guardians, who are what they call the fighters.
I would be a Guardian.
To conduct global. I'm going to convince Angie that it's bad.
Just sounds
tonight.
cool.
Yeah, that is the one thing. I was like, okay, Guardian.
The
yeah.
Guardians.
To conduct global space operations that enhance our way,
It would not enhance.
how our joint and coalition force fight, while also offering decision makers military options to achieve national objectives. So
that doesn't even make sense.
I know.
I don't really get
reading
what
their
they're
site
trying to
is it's tough, and I'm gonna make some.
Oh,
We're getting a
Seamus,
caller.
we got a caller.
Oh, you guys talk about something then.
All right.
Yeah. Well, Seamus was about to get into some tangent. You know how he likes to go on his
We're
tangents.
gonna have to look out for Seamus.
I want him to read his poem, guys.
I do
Don't,
too.
don't
I'm
tell
excited.
Seamus. I'm waiting for him to tell his poem because I think it'll be a little funny,
I think
A little
it'll
corny.
a little
Definitely
corny.
Definitely
That's what we love
corny.
about Seamus. He's a little corny, but I am too. It's okay. But he's really been hyping it up to me, so I said, "Oh, let's play some." I'm not going to spoil it, but
Yeah,
I
let's
had
just-
another component
I'm
to
a
it.
little nervous
And-
for the poem.
Me too.
I am
I
too.
feel like he's
He-
gonna try to do like a voice. And
I asked him, give me a little taste of what the poem's about. Like, what do we get into? And he's like, I'm not telling you. You got to figure it out for yourself. So, I guess we're going to wait for that one. But
Yeah, but I don't know. I think the Space Force sounds cool. I don't know much about it, but
Yeah,
I mean,
me
the
neither.
thing is, if they put
Well, I don't-
something in the sky to protect us, that can get shot
I feel like
down.
it's just gonna make it worse.
One
Yeah.
targeted missile, that thing's gone. Millions of dollars gone. So
yeah, they just need to really, figure it out and work with scientists and
That's the thing.
collaborate with experts in the field.
No one works with the scientists. They just
Well, that's kind of what we were talking about at Don't Look Up.
Oh yeah,
That new movie.
Yeah.
Don't Look Up.
It
Great
just
movie, by the
shows
way.
That
that.
is an amazing movie.
So
was really
Angie,
good.
little astrophysics major over here, she reminds me of Jennifer Lawrence in that movie.
Yeah,
I'm not.
she
I feel
does.
like she would totally.
We were watching that movie and it was uncanny. The
It
resemblance.
was. It truly was.
'Cause
She's missing the red hair.
Great movie over here.
You can be so cynical about the field because everyone just
because everybody, I don't know,
just don't look up.
No, yeah,
They don't want to listen. The evidence is all there, and it's
that's
really
highly recommended movie. It's
Yeah,
very
definitely.
within the times right now, especially with COVID.
Of course. The
and
crazy thing
global
is
warming.
they actually started filming that movie before COVID.
That's like
started
why I was
happening.
confused because I was like, wow, they must have produced this really fast. And then you guys let me know it was about climate change.
Yeah,
not
it was about
COVID.
global warming, and the cast talked about how it was crazy that it played out in real
It
time
did.
with
So
the
weird.
elections and everything going on with COVID, and they're like, oh my god, that's this part
literally
of the movie.
happening.
You
That's
guys
this part
making fun of
movie.
me?
Yeah, we
A
were.
little bit.
You know, we were.
Who was on the phone?
That was our old caller who's very enthusiastic. He is I guess he's a fan now, but he was
Awesome.
talking about a space movie called Outland that I guess I have to check out. That's with, I forget who he said. Not Bradley
Wow.
Cooper. That's in
Outland?
it's, I don't know, Sean Connery. But,
Okay.
and then he said about the aliens that we were talking about earlier, where did they come from and where did they go? Just think, you guys can think about that. But
Cotton Eye Joe.
I was thinking about saying that, and I was like, no,
Um,
too corny.
But thank you for calling in. I appreciate your takes. But
So what were you
guys-
saying? You were getting into
Oh,
something.
man.
Let's
No,
let's
okay.
not keep it
Okay.
too
Yeah,
long though,
don't
'cause
go,
I
Yeah,
wanna-
don't go on
yeah,
a
yeah,
tangent.
So-
and I want to hear your
So
poem.
this isn't really. I'm not like making a bold statement here. I mean, I'm making a really bold statement, but I'm
Get
not
into
like. Okay, so the International Space Treaty, Article 5. One, the U.S. has not signed the Moon Agreement because I'm pretty sure they want to use it for their own
Yeah,
purposes, which is disgusting.
ridiculous. Yeah.
And then
You can't own the
yeah,
What
you can't
is
do
the
that.
Moon
What,
Agreement?
yeah, what's that? No,
The Moon
Despicable
Agreement.
Me. Is this Despicable Me?
Yeah. Well, it's
I love that
the Moon
movie.
Agreement states that all celestial bodies should be used for peaceful purposes. No military bases can be stationed on celestial bodies. No weapons of mass destruction on or in orbit around the moon or celestial bodies. The UN must be notified of these bases.
See, but that's so easy to just sign. Like, why would you
Yeah.
sign
because they want to put military bases on
Yeah.
the moon. And mine there. So Article 2 of the Space Treaty says outer space, including the moon and other celestial bodies, is not subject to national appropriation by claim of sovereignty, which means establishing settlement by claiming authority or jurisdiction.
Okay.
You go on the United States Space Force website and their history, and they say the establishment of the United States Space Force resulted from widespread recognition that space was a national security imperative.
We got the Jeopardy
blah,
music
blah,
on
blah,
somewhere
yeah.
on tab.
It became clear that there's a need for a military service focused solely on pursuing superiority in the space domain.
Yeah.
That is the same thing as saying that they are trying
They're just
to
trying to get
have
ahead.
national appropriation by the claim of sovereignty,
Yeah.
which I'm saying they broke the agreement.
But they didn't
Well, didn't
sign
you say
it.
they didn't sign
They
it?
signed, no, that was the moon. They signed this one.
They did
Oh.
sign
So
it.
they are actively
Breaking
just
the law.
breaking
International
this international treaty. I don't,
Someone's gotta do something.
someone catch
Why don't you
some.
do something about it?
Why
Shay?
don't
Why don't you do something by reading a special poem you prepared
Yeah. Can
so
we
that
hear this
everyone's dying to hear?
businessman poem?
Everyone is dying to hear.
So we were talking about billionaires earlier. I feel like I've been talking a lot tonight, guys.
Oh, and FYI, guys, it's the top of the hour. You're listening to WMUA Amherst,
This is Seamus
Seamus and Froggy. Okay. 91.1 FM. Thank you guys for listening. Seamus,
All right.
what do you got cooking up?
So
You gotta play your music.
yeah, I will. I'm just giving the background. So we're talking about billionaires. Billionaires are kind of they're tricky. They're doing
They're
their
tricky.
Okay. I don't know if that's the word I'd use, but
This poem.
they are. But
This poem is. Excuse me.
oh,
This is
okay.
Richard Cory by Edwin Arlington Robinson.
When was it written? Do you
wrong
know?
song. I think like 1800, 1850s,
Okay.
1890s, maybe.
Are you gonna do a voice?
Whenever Richard Cory went downtown, we people on the pavement looked at him. He was a gentleman from soul to crown, clean-favored and imperially slim. And he was always quietly arrayed, and he was always human when he talked. But still he fluttered pulses when he said, "Good morning," and he glittered when he walked. And he was rich, ah yes, richer than a king, and admirably schooled in every grace. and fine, we thought he was everything to make us wish we were in his place. So on we worked and waited for the light and went without the meat and cursed the bread. And Richard Corey, one calm summer night, went home and put a bullet in his head. All right, we're going to go to a little vocal break. The next song is called Richard Corey by Simon and Garfunkel, which is an adaptation of that poem. It's an amazing song.
Yeah.
What was it?
That
poem?
never happened, guys. I think that was like my imagination.
Yeah.
I feel like I couldn't even listen to what you were saying.
That was a dream. A hazy
yeah.
dream.
All right, well, stay tuned, guys. What are we talking about after?
After that, we're going to be talking about the documentary Fantastic Fungi on Netflix, and I also have a game cooking up for everybody to play. So yeah, stay tuned, everybody.
This is Richard Corey, an adaptation of that poem, Simon and Garfunkel. Stay tuned, guys.
They say that Richard Corey owns one half of this whole town, with political connections to spread his wealth around. Born into society, a banker's only child, he had everything a man could want: power, grace, and style. But I work in his factory, and I curse the life I'm living, and I curse my poverty, and I wish that I could be, oh, I wish that I could be, oh, I wish that I could be Richard Corey. The papers print his picture almost everywhere he goes. Richard Corey at the opera, Richard Corey at a show, and the rumor of his parties and the orgies on his yacht. Oh, he surely must be happy with everything he's got. But I work in his factory, and I curse the life I'm living, and I curse my poverty, and I wish that I could be, oh, I wish that I could be, oh, I wish that I could be Richard Corey. He really gave to charity, he had the common touch, and they were grateful for his patronage, and they thanked him very much. So my mind was filled with wonder when the evening headlines read, Richard Corey went home last night and put a bullet through his head. But I work in his factory, and I curse the life I'm living, and I curse my poverty, and I wish that I could be, oh, I wish that I could be, oh, I wish that I could be Richard Corey.
I heal in my own way. Just wait a while for the right day. And as I rise above the tree line and the clouds, I look down, hear the sound of the things you said today. Fearlessly the idiot faced the crowd, smiling. Merciless the magistrate turns round, frowning. And who's the fool who wears the crown? Go down in your own way. And every day is the right day. And as you rise above the fear lines in his brow, you look down, hear the sound of the faces in the crowd.
Hey guys,
What's up, everybody?
this is
Seamus and Froggy, 91.1 FM, WMUA Amherst.
for anyone tuning in. We have two lovely guests, Angie and Chloe, and we've been talking for the last hour.
Guys, thank you for joining us tonight.
Yes.
We still got a great
You're
solid
welcome.
40
We
minutes.
got time, man.
And also thank you to the listeners for listening,
And calling in.
as you always do.
Should I give a call?
Well,
Or we'll wait.
you guys can call in. We're going to do calls later, but just a heads up, the call dial is not working, so you won't be able to talk live on air. But
Only
we will.
to me.
Yeah, only to Seamus. I'm sorry about
Lucky
that.
you.
But we will do calls in a little bit. In the meantime, I did prepare a little game, a Jack
Oh.
game. Usually that's a Seamus game. I prepared a Jack game.
Nice.
Yep, I'm excited.
So, nothing special, but I don't know if you guys are familiar with Pitchfork. They're a music organization of some sorts. And they have a game they do on YouTube called Over and Under. And they basically just give you a bunch of items, topics, whatever. and you have to say if they're overrated or underrated. So what I have
That's fun.
prepared
I like
is
that.
I have sci-fi, basically space movies, and very popular space movies. I have about 4, I think, and I'm gonna say one, and we're gonna go through each person and
How do you know
see
we
which
all saw these?
Yeah, what if
Huh?
we
I know
haven't seen
someone
these?
here hasn't seen Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, who was it? That's
Or-
cool.
Oh yeah, well, I was
Or
gonna get into that too.
Interstellar.
Okay.
Okay, well that's okay.
Well, let's go.
Well,
To,
let's do it anyway.
we'll get into the movies that Chloe did not watch after the
Yes.
fact.
Yeah.
But okay, so over and under. My first movie is, of course, actually I'll say that for a second. First movie, Star Trek. Overrated
which
or
Star Trek
underrated?
movie?
The franchise, the whole series.
What if it's like
You know-
perfectly rated?
yeah. I really haven't
We'll go-
watched that much Star Trek.
I haven't either, but I feel like it's underrated.
I feel underrated.
Yeah.
I would say. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go for it.
I was just gonna say I feel like it's underrated because everyone is all into Star Wars, rightfully so. I do really like Star Wars, but I feel like sometimes give some Star Trek love out there.
Yeah, no, I do know a lot of people who are very much enjoy the show Next Generation, which
Yeah, I got.
I want to start watching that.
My mom's side of the family, the Gamellis, are big Star Trek
Shout out the
fans.
Gamellis.
Really.
So I haven't
Huge.
seen Star Trek or Star Wars. Do you guys like Star Wars better?
I do
Yeah.
think
I do.
Star
Well, I
Wars
haven't
is
seen
better,
Star
but
Trek.
Okay.
But it's also like shows. Star Trek is kind of has more of a lore behind it.
It
yeah,
does.
yeah. I mean, there's still
Well,
Star
they're
Wars
still
movies
making-
coming out.
That's
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
doing a lot with Star Wars. They're milking that.
But that brings me to my next. And also, Chloe, you don't have to watch these because I haven't really seen any. I've seen like one Star Trek movie. You do not have to watch these to
Okay.
have an educated opinion on it. Okay, second movie, Star Wars.
I think that's right.
Yeah,
It
I don't
is
want to say Star Wars.
My game,
Yeah.
not Pitchfork's game. My game.
Okay.
I don't want to say it's overrated because
I think it's becoming overrated.
yeah, now it's like with all the
Yeah.
shows,
I
it's
don't-
really.
the Disney.
But at the same time, guys, Mandalorian.
I haven't seen it, but I
Mandalorian.
saw
Boba Fett.
Mandalorian is really good.
The little baby Yoda, yeah, it's so cute.
Oh my God, he is really cool. Grogu.
I
So
don't
you
know,
would
yeah.
say a little overrated
right
Teensy bit?
now, yeah.
and you would also say overrated, Angie.
Yeah, I think the older stuff is underrated
I like the
Yeah.
prequels too.
or perfectly rated.
Perfectly.
Chloe, just based on an outsider's
Well-
perspective, because we have a unique perspective here.
That's
on you.
true. That's true. Well, I'm just saying they're gonna have to be really good movies if they have the perfect rating because there's a
think they are.
There's a
lot
lot of
hype.
nostalgia.
They just have
behind
a
it, too.
lot of hype around them.
Come
Yeah,
on,
they do have
You
a
can't.
lot.
You can't say Luke, I am your father. Isn't
No,
That is
no,
a
no.
timeless
it's,
line.
It's,
It is.
Oh, it's the Mandela effect.
no. It's real.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
no. I am your father.
I know it is.
on,
I was
guys.
gonna say that, but I had
Oh,
to put it
sure.
in.
Once again, guys, just like the aliens, Seamus always has to be
Yeah,
the
yeah,
buzzkill.
yeah.
Always got to be the buzzkill.
All right, next. Let's
Okay.
go to the next one.
Next movie, E.T.
Haven't seen it.
Over.
Actually,
You haven't seen E.T.?
I saw the
Really?
first
Over.
I
part,
haven't seen
and
Star
they
Wars.
the little brothers were yelling some. I can't say it on air, but we're yelling at each other, and I was like, "This is childish."
I used to
turned
be
it off.
terrified of ET when I was a kid. Well, obviously it's a
Really?
kid's
Yeah,
movie.
I know, but
Yeah.
it was like. It
Have you
wasn't-
guys seen the movie Signs
No.
No.
with Mel Gibson?
No.
Oh,
Is that
that really used to scare me like really bad.
Oh my god.
My parents really liked that movie.
Yeah.
I think obviously E.T. Classic movie. I think it's really nostalgic for
It is.
80s kids and even like just people who.
even 2000s kids. ET was big,
Yeah.
or was it just me?
I was a
No,
I mean, I watched E.T. too because like all the '80s kids grew up and then, or like whatever, and then had their kids watch E.T. But I don't know. I think it hasn't aged that well. I hate to
No,
say that,
obviously-
but
no,
it's
the-
like it's a little hard to watch them.
Yeah.
It is.
It's
Like,
really bad.
It is.
Yeah.
And he's so ugly.
No.
I don't condone violence, but I would like. punch-
Okay.
I would
Where are we
punch
going
E.T.
here?
in the head.
Whoa, man.
Okay.
All right,
I'm
I gotta
sorry.
put in. I gotta put in the intro. Froggy's views don't represent Seamus's.
True.
Froggy's
Yeah.
actions of attacking ET.
And yeah,
Next movie.
Yeah,
that's
next
my
movie.
feeling about E.T.
Is the next one a
next
spooky
movie? A spooky?
Is
movie?
it spooky?
No.
No.
Okay. Okay, go then.
The next one is the best space thriller, I'd say, Interstellar.
I need to
Under-
see this
under-
movie.
I wanna see
I
it.
need to see
Alien
it.
too.
Interstellar is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, Interstellar's amazing.
Great movie.
It's
Angie showed me Interstellar for my first time, and I was
Yeah.
blown away.
It's
great
amazing.
soundtrack.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I recommend anyone to watch it. It is cool. They got a lot of science in it.
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew
Oh,
McConaughey.
I hope
anything
there's
with Matthew
science
That's a
McConaughey is
reason to
good.
watch.
Mhm,
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's They got time dilation.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's
Some length contraction.
general relativity. But yeah, it's an awesome movie. Black holes.
I'll open it up to you
Wormholes.
guys. Do you guys have any space/sci-fi movies that you would like to, do an over/under on?
Have you guys seen Arrival?
No, I
I
should
don't
watch it.
remember watching it, but yeah, I watched it.
It's really good. I would say under.
Under
Yeah. That's with Jeremy Renner.
and Amy Adams, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to watch that.
I'll think about science movies.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
The one.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind. My dad loves that movie. I've
Shout out
never
to
actually.
Chloe's dad.
Yeah, shout out. I've never. He tried to make me watch it multiple times.
Have you guys seen The Martian?
Yeah, that's a good.
That's a
movie.
good movie too.
No.
That's Sandra
Really?
Bullock, right?
No,
No,
that's
that's
Matt
with,
Damon.
Matt Damon, right?
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Oh.
It's very entertaining
Yeah,
to watch. It's
yeah.
really
Wait,
cool.
which was
I
the
think
one with
the CGI is a little cheesy in the end.
Like The Martian is definitely more for like just fun, but I think
Yeah.
Interstellar is very accurate.
And speaking of space
Very, very
movies,
accurate.
me and Angie just watched 2001 Space Odyssey.
Oh, yeah.
That's underrated. Right
When was
there.
that? Like a month ago or something?
Yeah.
That Stanley Kubrick.
That is amazing.
Definitely
What do you think
underrated.
about the ending? What's your take on it?
Wait, what
Do you
happens
know-
again? Can you tell me?
I don't want to spoil it for anyone. Actually, no, I said
It's
that.
okay. It's
The-
been out
the
how long?
baby And the egg, and he's
Oh,
in the
yeah,
room,
yeah, yeah.
and
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like aging. People say that Stanley Kubrick said. Actually, I don't think Stanley Kubrick said anything. He didn't want to reveal what he's. But it's a
Yeah.
book. It was a book first. People say that he gets put in the zoo by this fourth
That's-
dimensional
yeah, that's
thing,
what
and he's
I
in this
think.
room, and he's aging, and the baby is like
It's
him
a-
becoming higher dimensional being. I'm not really
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. No, I agree with that.
It's awesome if you're willing to sit through like a 8-minute like schizophrenic like scene.
There's
You're
also
gonna go
very
Yeah.
little dialogue.
Yeah,
It's very
awesome, though.
atmospheric.
A lot of
It
monkeys.
builds up.
How?
Yeah. It was great though.
Wow.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Any other movies you got going?
Well, I looked up alien movies and Lilo and Stitch came up,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
true.
actually it's
It's
not
been a
sci-fi,
while,
but
he's an alien though.
he is an alien.
He's
I
definitely
personally
an alien.
love Lilo and Stitch.
Love-
I'm not
yeah.
gonna lie.
Yeah, me too.
Love
Martians
soundtrack.
versus
My
Mars.
childhood
No,
right
what is
there.
it?
Soundtrack's
Aliens versus
really good.
Martians? No.
Mars needs moms.
I was
no, not
just
that
gonna
one.
say that.
Alien.
Shout
was
out
it
to
Monsters
Mars
versus
Needs
Aliens?
Monsters vs.
Must-
Aliens
oh,
is great.
that's a good one.
It's great.
That is a good
The
one.
little
Yeah.
keyboard action. Oh, have you guys seen Moon?
So my
No.
brother, I watched half of it. My brother watched it and he said it was amazing. Shout out Patrick.
It is amazing. Shout out Patrick.
Shout out
Patrick.
Patrick. He should call
Shout
in
out
and give us a
Patrick.
little.
Give us a little synopsis on
Yeah,
Moon.
I would have gladly heard him say a poem. I think that would have been
True,
Yeah.
that would have been
If the
probably
phone was
funnier.
working, I would
button-
love
Yeah,
to.
sorry, Pat, you can't.
But
go on.
Moon was a great,
Yeah.
great movie. It twists your mind.
I heard it's trippy.
It is.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Do we wanna
let's.
move
You want to
on?
get on to the next?
Yeah, so our last main topic of the day is also another documentary recommended to me by our
Yep.
good friend Chloe.
Big. See, I don't watch that many sci-fi movies. I'm really big into the documentaries.
Big
I would
documentary
say.
girl.
Big documentary girl.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's
and-
called Fantastic Fungi.
And it's on Netflix,
It's on
correct?
Netflix. Yeah.
Yep.
The
And Chloe-
main guy. Oh, what?
No,
were you
I was just
gonna-
gonna say you are representing
Oh.
with a. I don't. What
cardi-
type mushroom is that? Do you know? I know it's a cardigan. There's
The
a
red
cardigan.
spotted one.
It's
Red
a
spotted mushroom.
red spotted mushroom.
Like
It's
the
a
one-
classic.
From Super Mario.
There's
okay.
a name for it. though.
Before we get
Yeah.
into it, I just would also like to say I do not condone violence, but Toad,
Why?
I
You are
hate
aggressive
Stop.
today.
Toad.
It's 'cause you're not
Toad,
mature enough.
we were we playing like Mario Kart or Mario Party.
Super Mario Bros.
Toad is
Super
just
Mario
a little
Bros.
smile.
You really hate that. The red spotted
kind of
mushroom
annoying.
is fly agaric. It's called.
Okay.
It's
And
a
I
toadstool.
also have a handmade crocheted
She's really repping it.
mushroom necklace that my good friend Angie over here made me. Very nice of her.
Can it hold
You
stuff in
can,
there?
yes, you can slide the cap off and you
And-
can put like chapstick in it, maybe
Oh wow!
lip
Any
gloss.
deal?
Oh,
All
we got a
right. Well,
caller.
keep talking. Keep
We
talking.
got a
I'll talk to
caller.
this caller.
All right, so the main guy is probably Paul Stamets. He's a mycologist. Let's see. It talks about all different types of mushrooms. Obviously, psilocybin mushrooms, but then also turkey tails, a bunch of other kinds. I just didn't realize like how massive
Dude,
they are. Like they're underneath you when you walk in the forest, which like you
billions.
you just think of like a little mushroom cap and like that's a
yeah.
mushroom, but they're everywhere.
They're all underground. It's like a internet network.
I
How
know,
they
it's
talk
so
to each other.
weird. Like they help like trees talk to each other, and you know what's interesting that I learned today when I watched the documentary again is that for like the third
Love
time,
that documentary.
plants like can recognize their like family.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Really?
Through the
Yeah.
fungus.
Through the fungus, so they can like recognize that like, oh, you're related to me, and you can like send them nutrients.
Yeah.
Isn't that
didn't
pretty?
know
Or
that.
they can say, oh, I have insects over here. Send your babies further away.
Yeah.
And they'll push to send their like offspring, their seeds,
Their
even
pores and
further.
stuff?
Yeah,
Or
isn't that
spores, whatever they're
interesting?
called.
No, the trees.
Oh, yeah.
I love that guy.
Who was that?
It's my friend who called in twice before, and he just gave me some too.
He's a huge
He's a
fan.
big
Thank you
fan.
for
What's
Did you ask
listening.
what his name was?
I should have asked for his
Oh,
name.
Yeah,
but
my
maybe
gosh.
maybe he'll call in again.
Well,
we got another
if
30 minutes.
you're obviously still listening, thank you so much for
Yeah.
calling in.
He gave me some movies. Just I'm not going to distract
What-
from this.
what
He said
movies?
Mars Attacks. I said Independence Day. He said Planet 9. I kind of forget. Mars Attacks.
Oh my
on,
gosh, you
Seamus.
have a
I'm sorry.
He's giving
It's
you
the
the
time
I'm
of
sorry
day.
if I can't hear you too, because this telephone
It is
here
bad
is
telephone.
I've heard
awful.
bad
It's
things.
awful.
It's really bad.
I just forget off the top. Yeah, I forget off the top of my head.
Ugh.
Well, even though it seems like not all of us are listening, thank you for listening to our caller. We really appreciate
Try
it.
my best
Oh,
to.
Mars Attacks has Jack Nicholson
No, that's
Oh.
a good movie though.
and Jack Black. Wow.
Oh, Jack
Wait,
Black.
What a
Attack
duo.
of the Jacks.
Attack of
It's
the
weird
Jacks.
and it's wild animation. But go on about the fungi, the fantastic.
So you never watched this documentary?
I
right?
was shown pieces of it by someone.
Pieces of it.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know. You guys watched it too, right? Did you
Yeah.
guys like it?
I loved it.
I mean,
Well, what's interesting is that I watched it, and then the next day, my bio professor actually like said it too.
Really?
He
Yeah,
told,
it was
he told
the
us
lesson
that like
plan.
the fungus allows like communication. I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
which is- that's so cool.
It's
It's
just
the mycelium,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I think the
Mycelium
interesting
network.
I was shocked I knew that word.
the interesting thing about fungus or fungi, I should say, is obviously the ecosystem is very fragile and
Yeah.
everything is dependent on one another. But I think that without fungus, if I'm not mistaken, fungi rather,
Fungi.
basically our whole ecosystem would just collapse because
Correct.
nothing would be
'Cause
decomposing
they
dead
decompose
organisms.
and spread the nutrients back out.
Yeah, and that's what causes regrowth in the soil and,
If they find a food source, they can theoretically live forever. Did you know
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
That's crazy.
The oldest one is in Oregon, I think it is. It's like,
how old is it? Do you know?
no, I
Might
didn't
be
write this
good-
down in my notes.
That's okay.
Also, my dad just texted Spaceballs for the movies.
Oh, yeah.
Dad, no
Spaceballs.
texting and driving. Come on. But yeah, Spaceballs is a good movie. But go on, yeah.
WMUA does not condone
Don't
texting and driving.
Maybe he's talking to it. I hope so.
little Siri action.
So
Parents love
another
the Siri
thing
action.
I thought was really interesting was that when Stamets, he's the mycologist that's like mostly in the documentary.
Shout out. What's his name?
Paul Stamets.
Paul Stamets.
Yeah, great guy. Great. He actually gave a TED talk too called 6 Ways Mushrooms Can Save the World. That was pretty good. Anyway, when he was a child, he had like a severe stutter, like couldn't say a sentence without stuttering. And then he took psilocybin mushrooms and he told himself over and over again, stop stuttering, stop stuttering. And then he fell asleep, woke up, and his stutter was gone.
Crazy.
Wow.
Isn't that wild?
That's
Well,
cool.
didn't his mom have stage 4 breast cancer and she took turkey tails every day?
Every day,
Which,
and now she's
no
in
psychedelic
remission.
properties. They just are
Just
Yeah.
mushrooms.
medicinal.
Yeah, and she survived.
They're also seeing how they can help like regrow neurons for Alzheimer's
Yeah.
potentially in the future, which is really cool.
And
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
just a fun fact that I think it circulates around a little bit, but I was kind of made aware of. Humans and fungi are the closest relating
Kingdoms, yeah.
kingdoms,
I
like,
would think
or
we're
I
more
should say,
related to
fungi are closest
Animalia,
relating
yeah.
to. Yeah,
I
very.
think we would be more related to plants.
I don't know.
Or-
I guess not.
Well, regardless,
I don't know.
they're very different organisms.
Yeah.
and
They
it's
are.
just funny to me. I don't know.
What's
Yeah.
is really sad though is they show all this beneficial, the features of these mushrooms and fungi can have a lot of helpful
Modern
benefits
medicine
They
for your
can,
medicine,
yeah.
but they are still criminalized, and I don't know, it's scheduled drug, but it's tough to do a lot of research on
Yeah,
this.
they can't. They
It's
can't.
really tough.
What's also a problem is when they're becoming like used for therapy. It's so expensive, and it's becoming like part of capitalism. It's like
Because
this-
not that many people can.
yeah.
It's
do it, right?
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
heard Worcester was trying to decriminalize shrooms.
Oh,
or
right.
something.
Mhm.
Worcester,
Worcester, yeah.
Worcester,
Yeah.
I heard about it.
Mass.
Good for
Interesting.
them. Yeah.
of course.
War
Is that
on
why you
drugs.
wanted to move to Worcester?
I don't know. I'm
guys.
scared of that place.
You're scared of Worcester.
A little scared of
Eastern
it.
Mass, man.
Holy Cross Zone. Actually, it's a nice place.
Me and
With
Jack
the
are going to
hills.
Worcester.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
and
you
Angie are
guys are-
going to see Tyler the Creator on
right.
Thursday in Worcester
You're
at the
you better
DCU
talk
Center.
about that next week. Take some videos, maybe. I was gonna say play a video of his.
Yeah. I
song.
don't
know
That
how
would sound
well that would
awful.
work. I don't know
Yeah,
how that would work.
you have Jack screaming in the background. Wow!
Yeah, but I'm excited. Vince Staples and Caliucci are opening up.
Yeah.
Is that how you
Oh.
pronounce her last name?
That's how I pronounce it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how Zach pronounces it. So
And
shout out Zach
Teas-
Costa.
Yeah, shout out Zach Costa.
We love Zach.
Big
Also-
Kelly G fan.
Also, Tizo Touchdown, who I'm not a big fan of, but
Yeah.
kind of stinks.
Yeah. I think we should go to a vocal break. If
I also think we
anything.
should go
I
to
feel
a
like we're
vocal
kind
I
of
think that's a good
Lean
time.
down.
Yeah.
Ramble a little bit.
guys. Stick around. I'm gonna play a song that I know these guys are gonna hate the first
Oh,
30 seconds
boy.
of.
Oh,
It is
awesome.
not. It is not. I feel like Fixin' to Die by Country Joe and the Fish, but it is called Thursday by Country Joe and the Fish. It is a little bit. Just the intro is a little goofy, but it gets into a good song. It's, I guess, related to our criminalized drug talk
Okay.
just now.
And Seamus, guys, if you don't
I
know,
love Country Joe and the Fish.
he's
now.
the biggest Country Joe and the Fish fan I ever met. I don't think I'd say
I don't think
99.
I just started
Anybody
listening
is.
to him. No, they're
99%
awesome.
of people our age wouldn't even know that band even existed, which is there's nothing wrong with that.
I urge you to listen to their first two albums. They're actually really good. There's the two goofy songs that I'm only gonna play for you guys because I know how much you hate the
Only
goofy
the
songs.
goofy ones.
Only the goofy ones. It's just goofy in the beginning, but stay tuned, guys. We're gonna talk some more. I guess I can talk about stuff, but then I'm gonna
Thank
play.
you. Thank
then
you.
I'm gonna play some anti-war music because we don't want a war, guys. And yeah.
No,
No, we
Definitely
don't.
no.
All right, this is Thursday by Country Joe and the Fish. Stay tuned. We're going to keep talking. We love you guys.
Thank you for listening, guys.
Seamus and Froggy. Oops, wait.
Now if you're tired or a bit run down, can't seem to catch your feet off the ground, maybe you ought to try a little bit of LSD. Only if you want to shake your head and rattle your brain, make you act just a bit insane, give you all the psychic energy you need. Eat flowers and kiss babies, LSD for you and me. Some people, they find each other.
sweet California sunshine. Have another hit. Take me home, take me home. Take me home with you. Take me home. I wanna go home with you, little girl. Ooh, have another hit of fresh air. Have another hit.
If you want this love of mine, treat me gentle and treat me kind. Don't be mean and don't be bad, and you'll get the truest love that you ever had. If you want my lips to kiss, cuddle close and don't resist. Loving you is all I crave, and if you love me, pretty baby, I'll be your slave. If you want this love of mine, baby, come on and get it. If you should fall in love with me, I'll bet you will never regret it. Not a thing I wouldn't do. I'll do anything just for you. Just let me know that you're really mine, and I'll love you, pretty baby, till the end of time. If you want this love of mine, treat me gentle and treat me kind. Don't be mean and don't be bad, and you'll get the truest love that you ever had. If you want my lips to kiss, cuddle close and don't resist. Loving you is all I crave, and if you love me, pretty baby, I'll be your slave. If you want this love of mine, baby, come on and get it. If you should fall in love with me, I'll bet you will never regret it. Not a thing I wouldn't do. I'll do anything just for you. Just let me know that you're really mine, and I'll love you, pretty baby, till the end of time.
Hello, hello, all my sweet friends out there. This is
Are
Seamus
you gonna
and
eat them?
Froggy.
What?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
This is Seamus speaking. And that is Froggy laughing. All right.
Oh my
You're
gosh.
supposed to say something. This is WMUA Amherst. You're listening to Seamus and Froggy, 6 to 8 Sundays. Follow us at Seamus and Froggy Instagram. One word, Seamus and Froggy.
And how do you spell Seamus?
Seamus. And Froggy.
And how do you say it? One more time.
Seamus.
Thank you. Yeah, guys, we're wrapping up the show. We were just listening to some tunes.
We played Thursday by Country Joe and the Fish, then Fresh Air by Quicksilver Messenger Service, then If You Want This Love by the West Coast Pop Art Experimental Band.
Wow.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
That is a mouthful.
I really went for it.
Our good friend David called in when we were playing.
David,
some
thank you for
tunes.
calling in.
He loves Country Joe and the Fish, a song I'm going to play soon. He thought Arrival was way underrated and an amazing movie.
True that, David.
True.
Yeah, it's too bad we can't have callers on right now.
Yeah.
Because we haven't been getting a good amount of callers.
Yeah.
Speaking of callers, to our friend who's been calling in tonight, that Seamus didn't ask your name.
I'm sorry.
Either feel free to call in before 8, and you can also call in next week because we would like to know who you are because you are obviously
Called
a
in
loyal
3 times
fan.
today.
Yeah, big fan.
Sunday 6 to 8. You can always tune back in. We'll be here. Yeah. So what's up with you guys? What's new in your lives?
Before we move
right.
on, I would also like to say we just aren't really reading the number tonight just because the phone's broken. So for those callers who did want to call in, you can tune in next week. Hopefully they'll fix it. We'll talk to the people at WMUA about it. But yeah,
kind of weird.
sorry about that though.
Yeah. But someone released some new music recently.
One Mr. Kanye West,
It's a little hard to get
Down to
listen
2.
to.
Yeah.
STEM
Down
player.
to 2.
STEM
Yeah.
player. How is it like $150?
$200.
$200.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
I think it's a good investment.
anyone who doesn't
Really?
know, like if you're a DJ, so anyone who doesn't know, Kanye West, a musical,
Name is
lyrical.
actually just Ye.
It's
It
just
is
Ye.
Ye now. I'm sorry. He released Donda, this album dedicated to his late mother in the summer. Then he had a lot of issues with it and is releasing Donda 2 with new songs. Who did the editing? What's
Future
it called?
produced it. He had a couple features. I think he was working with Moneybagg Yo on that album, who Angie does not like.
Fan.
If you're a trap fan, you probably will like him. But not for everybody. I understand. And I don't really know a lot of the other features.
Yeah, it's tough to listen to
A little hard
because
to access.
Yeah, I wish I could.
Yeah, Kanye, I think rightfully so, he didn't want to put his music on Apple Music, Spotify because he thinks that they're taking too much money away from artists and they deserve more. So Kanye made his own music device called the STEM player, it's very interesting. You can like take out parts of the like song. If you click a button, you could have the vocals only or the guitar, or, the bass.
Yeah.
And he released his album on this. It's like an iPod Nano kind of.
Is
but-
it only his music?
No,
on
it's
that.
you can
not.
listen
You
to
can
any,
download
any
stuff, yeah.
music.
But
So
like,
he basically has access to all of the separate tracks of all the music on that album then. Because if you can only do I only want to separate the drum track.
Yeah, you could.
That's a lot of dedication. I don't think that was spur of the moment. It couldn't have been, right? Like
Well, I think you can download any music you want into a STEM player.
really?
Yeah, no,
So,
I
like,
was
from Spotify.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
not from their
I think
website.
you have to like buy them. You'd have to have like a disc, maybe. I don't know. But I've heard on TikTok, I saw some videos of someone playing.
big TikTok guy.
I'm not a
like,
big TikTok.
Oh, I beg to differ.
Kanye didn't invent STEM player.
No, I don't know the history.
It was
about
already a thing.
Oh, really?
Kind of a whole Elon Musk
Yeah.
type of deal.
Little
You,
con.
But let's
Take
talk
what
about it
other people-
quick because we only got 13 minutes. Jack, what do you want to say? Froggy, sorry.
I don't know, man. You're the one who really wanted to segue this topic, but obviously there's a lot of conflict in Ukraine and Russia. Our hearts.
I mean, we know it's all right. Go ahead.
No,
No,
I
I was just gonna see what you want to talk about Kanye. Then I was gonna lead to the last song.
Oh, I mean, there's not much to be said about Kanye. He just releases his own streaming device or whatever. I don't know. And I couldn't listen to the album because I'm probably gonna listen to it on SoundCloud soon.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
But yeah,
Can you do that? He's gonna
Someone
take him down.
yeah, I should do that
Million
soon.
illegally downloaded.
But I was just gonna say,
Me and Jack.
Here at Seamus and Froggy and all of our friends here, our hearts pour out to Ukraine. And we just wanted to talk about that real quick and all the things that can come out of the conflict.
Yeah, it's sad because Jack is actually pro-war. He actually likes love
I'm
and
not
destruction.
pro-war.
Just
I'm
kidding.
not pro-war.
But yeah, it's a terrible thing. It's a very complicated situation. I'm not going to really dive into it. I'm just going to play you some anti-war music for our last 10 minutes. I think we're checking out here. The first song we're going to play is, what is it, War Pigs?
War Pigs by Black Sabbath.
We're gonna only play a little
classic
bit of it.
song. Everybody loves that song. Can't say enough about it. And then we're going to get to Seamus' song.
Yep, my goofy little song called The Fish Cheer / I Feel Like Fixin' to Die by Country Joe and the Fish. Their first debut song on their first album.
Really?
Yeah. It's amazing.
They did it at Woodstock, too.
They did at Woodstock.
Oh.
It's pretty funny. It's I don't know.
It's a little dark.
It is, but it
Humorous.
It keeps it in a goofy
Intellectual.
tone that, it's dark, but it's the world we live in, and it's a sad state of affairs. So let's get into War Pigs. Thanks for tuning in, guys. This has been Seamus and Froggy. We had two lovely guests, Angie and Chloe.
Thank you for having
Yeah,
me.
thanks for having us.
Yeah,
It's
you
a
guys
good
were awesome.
time.
Angie, Chloe, we will definitely have you on again soon.
Nice.
Guys, if you want to follow us, see what's going on, I'm going to plug it again. I've been doing it all night.
I'm not spelling my name.
At Seamus and Froggy, Instagram. We will have the YouTube up and running soon. I'm probably going to say that every episode for another month. And thank you so much for listening. We love all you guys. And here is War Pigs.
Catch us later, guys. Peace.
Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. In the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning. Death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh Lord, yeah.
in a terrible jam way down yonder in Vietnam. So put down your books and pick up a gun. We're gonna have a whole lot of fun. And it's 1, 2, 3. What are we fighting for? Don't ask me, I don't give a damn. Next stop is Vietnam. And it's 5, 6, 7. Open up the pearly gates. There ain't no time to wonder why we're all gonna die.
Well, come on, General, let's move fast. The old big chance has come at last. Gotta go out, get those Reds. The only good commie is the one that's dead. And you know that peace can only be won when we've blown them all the kingdom come.
And it's 1, 2, 3. What are we fighting for? Don't ask me, I don't give a damn. Next stop is Vietnam. And it's 5, 6, 7. Open up the pearly gates. Well, there ain't no time to wonder why we're all gonna die. Just hope and pray that if they drop the bomb, they drop it on the Viet Cong. And it's 1, 2, 3. What are we fighting for? Don't ask me, I don't give a damn. Next stop is Vietnam. And it's 5, 6, 7. Open up the pearly gates. Well, ain't no time to wonder why we're all gonna die.
Well, come on, brothers throughout the land. Pack your boys off to Vietnam. Come on, fathers, don't hesitate. Send them off before it's too late. Be the first one on your block to have your boy come home in a box.
And it's 1, 2, 3. What are we fighting?